I've been promising you guys some Streamlabs related content for way too long and have not delivered, but I wanted to start with something new that they were releasing, something new that I think would interest quite a bit, quite a few of you, and that is their new creator websites. And this is their kind of all-in-one solution to deliver a streamer or creator optimized website experience for you to have a landing page to show companies for potential sponsorships and to show people who want to look up who you are. If a parent is seeing their kid watch you and they want to find out who you are, having a dedicated website that kind of explains that and showcases the good things about you instead of risking leaving, whatever news articles or something may come up, can help a lot for building your brand and just generally allowing you to represent yourself instead of relying fully on just the content platforms that you post to represent you, because content platforms can only go so far. And if you end up losing out, like if YouTube disappears one day, or if you're banned from Twitch and you need to switch platforms, people need a way to find you, and it's a lot easier if they already know they can go check your website. And Streamlabs is offering a pretty cool solution to that I wanted to showcase here today. So let's jump in. Now I'm showing you an early look at it's not a 100% finished look at this service. It's launching in a couple days after the time of recording, but I'm flying out to DreamHack Dallas to do a panel on streaming with Invink, so I need to get this done ahead of time, and they will be updating it over time as all online services are anyway. But I did want to mention that I do have an affiliate link for pretty much everything Streamlabs related, which will be in the description below specifically for this, and even though it will be in your dashboard here, it would mean a lot to me if you could use that affiliate link. It gives a small kickback to my channel and helps me keep doing what I'm doing. But once you load that up, you should now have a My Website New tab in your Streamlabs dashboard. And if you click that and get signed up, I recorded a little bit of the sign up process here, then you can get started editing your website. And it's this really cool, totally, takes all the nitpicky programming and HTML coding and theme layout stuff out of your hands, so that although you still have the option of doing it, so that you can set up a website for yourself. And we're going to look at that here. So this is the general layout of the Streamlabs website builder that you will see here, and it is fairly intuitive and fairly easy to use, but I want to walk through some of the cool stuff. And you will notice that this is very heavily optimized to integrate natively with your social media, with your Twitch page, with your YouTube channel, all of these things, which a lot of the third-party website builders honestly don't do. If you're trying to embed stuff into Squarespace or into other pre-built stuff, they don't always have the best implementations for video sites or streaming sites, and you end up just having to use the normal embed code, and it's not as great as some of these solutions here. Although I do think some of this, has a little bit of room to improve, but it's an ongoing service and they will keep working on it. And it does kind of resemble the original YouTube layouts, and not in a bad way, but this is something that a lot of people wanted, where you have these different column and panel layouts with the customizable, color scheme and background and things like that. Something a lot of people really missed for quite a few years after YouTube switched away from it. So it's kind of cool to see that here again. And at the top, I do want to point out before we go any further that you do have the option to view your website in different modes. So by default, you're in desktop mode, of course, but there is tablet mode. So you can see how it would look for tablet viewers, and mobile mode. So you can see how it would look like for mobile viewers. Kind of neat. So over here on the left-hand sidebar, you have most of your settings that you would expect. You've got your themes, and they have a lot of themes, some of which are only available for Prime subscribers. So there's a normal tier where you can get kind of like the built into Streamlabs domain website and things like that. And then you have the Prime tier, which gives you a little bit more access to features and gives you your own custom domain. My only complaint is they don't support GG domains, but they support .tv and things like that. I believe mine is EposVox.tv. Now, I do have my own website. It's actually hosted with GoDaddy, but I went through so many changes of my last website host before GoDaddy completely dropped off the face of the planet and took all of my email and all of my website hosting and things like that with them. It took me so long to build that back up that I just keep getting frustrated with WordPress themes not doing what I want. So my normal EposVox.com URL just redirects to my YouTube channel at this point because I got so tired of setting this up. So I am actually pretty excited to set this up with a dedicated landing page. So at minimum, I can at least point people towards it. But these kind of go along with some of the more popular live stream layout themes, so you can theoretically get one that matches your existing, Streamlabs OBS layout. So they've got ones, Streamlabs Classic, they got the Stealth theme, Predator, Blue Grunge, they got the Retro Wave theme, of course, Dark Mode, hacker, matrixy theme, radioactive, glitchy themed, abstract 3D, portals, Fortnite themed. If you're a Fortnite streamer, probably want that. I actually go with the abstract 3D here. You can see that's the currently applied theme, and of course you can just apply themes and switch between them. I'm going to go back to that one. I feel like it matches my branding and my, you know, my flavor of retro theme a little bit better. And then you can start customizing what's on the page using the plus icons or the gear icons, and we'll cover that a little bit more in a moment. You can customize the design itself. So by default, you know, this is what it gives you, but you can come in here, you can completely swap out the background image. And so this shows the different assets that you have uploaded, and it shows which ones are theme assets that came with the theme and which ones are ones that you have uploaded and can delete yourself. Pretty cool. You've got background color options, pop-up color options, the background colors for the individual sections. So if I didn't like that color, I could, you know, make it something else. You can fine-tune that. It's a little bright, but you get the idea. You can set up section borders. Currently, I don't have one, but you can set them up. You can actually set up the thickness here. So if I want a big old blocky borders around my sections, that is an option, of course, as you would expect. I'm going to turn that down. I don't want that. Font style. So font styles are actually combinations of different fonts. Instead of having to mix and match specific fonts, they have made it a little bit easier here in that you have just specific themes of fonts. And so they have ones for the specific themes as well as extra ones in case you wanted to swap over to something else. So for example, the retro font theme has different fonts for the different sections that all match together and look well together, but fit the kind of theme that you're going for. I'm honestly terrible at these choices, which is why I wanted to go with whatever was default into the theme that came, or the ones that came with the theme, and now I'm not finding it because I am terrible. We'll just leave it on retro for now, even though that's not what I want. It will occasionally pop up asking if you want to save your changes. Of course, click yes, assuming that you do. And then you can change the individual text colors as well for the different sections. And with all of this stuff, you do have the option of utilizing custom CSS code. Now that they won't provide a ton of support for this, but if you have someone or you yourself are a developer, or you do want to just tweak certain aspects of your theme or completely overhaul it and do it yourself, you do have the option here, but they don't force you to learn any of this, and you can manage all of this without any of that, which is pretty cool. Now going back here, you've got the themes, the customized design, and then you have content sections. And here you can add individual pages, and then on the actual website itself, you can start changing what shows up. So for example, here I have a feed of my most recent videos. You can actually customize what is in your feed. So for example, by default, it has my videos, but I can actually link my Twitter account, and now I can include Twitter feed or Twitter posts in the feed as well, which is pretty cool. You can refresh your feed. You can create individual posts to go within the feed. Of course, these buttons are for when you're actually viewing the website itself, not editing it. You can set up a dedicated Streamlabs tip button, so they have just a place they can always go to tip you, whether you're streaming or you're offline. Or, you know, if you want them to go tip you, instead of having to fumble with your donation link or whatever, you can just say, go to EposVox.tv, and there's a big tip button there, which helps a lot and helps with conversions to that. They've got a merch shelf if you have merch set up. I do not, so it gives people the option to vote for me to add merch, which is pretty cool. You've got sections for individual social following, so you can actually customize these based on which platform you want to use. So Instagram, Mixer, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Discord, things like that, and get your follower count so companies can see that for sponsoring you, as well as to go check out your channels. A video little carousel playlist to see what videos you have. You can add images for your individual banners. So if I go here and I want to add a side-by-side section, I can drag a component over. So let's say I want text on this side. Text me, text, whatever. You get the idea. And then on this side, I want an image. So I'll drag over image. I don't want the Streamlabs thinking emoji, although I like it. I'm going to delete that. We're going to upload an image. We're going to choose the VHS icon, and we're going to put it there. You have that option. You have different, you have the different layouts you can choose for your panels for each section. So you can see you have some columns. You've got a column and a wide one, a thicker column and a wide one. You've got lots of options for customizing that. And then you have all these little components over here you can drag in. So you have a Twitch panel, which you can choose which panel you wish. So you actually can choose your panels from your Twitch page here. So I'm going to choose rules, import. and it imports your Twitch panel. That's actually really cool. I haven't actually looked at this one yet. I've messed with a lot of the stuff, but that one I haven't messed with yet. So I'm going to keep pulling over my Twitch panels, and then you can make your own panels, of course, but you can also import yours from Twitch. So I'm going to import that one if that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, hardware choice. That needs updated on my Twitch page, but you at least get the idea, and then drag on one more. So you can feature your like most important stream information, especially if you have a stream schedule. I don't, but if you do, you can feature your stream schedule on your page here, which helps a lot as well. So yeah, I've got my main 3 Twitch panels there, and they kind of go with the theme here, which helps, helps with the branding. And you can drag on more components. And then, for example, the YouTube one here, you actually give it either a dedicated video URL for it to feature just one video, or a video playlist URL. Hit import, and then you do have the option for a background, and then you can enable 3D mode or 2D mode, which just puts them side by side, and you're good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and publish this as is so we can see what the site looks like. So that was publish. I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. All right. So here you can see, and when you're logged in, it even gives you a little banner telling you can edit your page here. But you can see we have a full view of my live stream feed, which is pulled from Twitch, but integrated fairly natively. We've got my video feed of recent videos. People can upvote your videos, which is pretty cool. And you have a comment system. Now you can set up comment moderation or just disable comments altogether if that's not something you want. You don't necessarily want people leaving a lot of nasty stuff on your videos, so if you have a problem with that, you can turn that off. That option is yours. People can also share your videos out here, and they can refresh the feed. And again, you can create a post. This is a test post, lol. And so you can create little just like mini updates and put them in there. You can sort by most popular, which isn't going to be a whole lot since, no one's looking at this page yet. You get the idea. Dedicated tip section, most recent tippers, and then you have the video carousel I talked about, so I can go over here and choose a recent video. These are like my streaming tips videos, and then you can actually just play it right here in the preview. Now, of course, it's going to be fairly small, but then you can click out to YouTube or full screen it or what have you. Then you have your social reach, which all take you to those pages. This is awkward to manage while trying to stay full screen. Got the images, got the text boxes, got my Twitch panels, which do scroll and show all the different text and all the embedded links work and things like that. Pretty cool. This was a really cool thing they told me about. I totally forgot about. I almost wasn't going to include that. So you're scrolling through here on the page. I haven't showed you how to set up everything yet, but you're scrolling through. If you are live streaming, you're watching a stream. Obviously I'm offline, but say you're watching the stream on here. You don't have to leave this site to go to Twitch and chat with people. You have a little Twitch chat box right here that slides out as a side panel. Whoa. This will give you a little privacy notification to let you know that you're actually communicating with twitch.tv and not the website, but click OK, and then you're good to go. And you can view and interact with the Twitch chat live in real time while still on this website. And then you can just hide it, and it doesn't show up by default unless you want it, which is a fairly cool feature. It has language options for the websites. You got your own StreamLabs manager here. It actually has an indicator whether you're offline or online, which is pretty cool. And then you can set up different pages as well, which I have not managed a whole lot. And then you have your social media icons over here. And then my little icon is not working for some reason, but that's probably my fault. Now, there's a couple things you can note here as well. So if I go back to main here, you do have SEO settings, which will be the title of the page that it shows in the little tab title here. So you saw if I EposVox Quality Tech Education, and then you have some descriptions and some tags to help out with your Google search, SEO, things like that. And then you have a fave icon, which is that little VHS, which again shows at the top of the little tab there. So you have options to edit that. You can set up a custom email address. So I have adam@eposvox.tv set to redirect to my main email, adam@eposvox.com. They don't give you your own hosted email inbox or email distribution service or anything like that, which is fine because that would cost a lot more, but they do allow you to set up a basic redirect to your normal email, which is all most people need, and then you can hand that out as your business email. Hi, you can email me at adam@eposvox.tv instead of Gmail or Hotmail or whatever you're using. Very helpful for business stuff. Under general settings here in this sidebar, this is where you link all your different social media handles and give them the different URLs for all your different stuff. So they have a Patreon now, so I'm going to add that. That was not available last time I was setting this up. And then, so you have all these different ones. Is there anything else I want to add? I don't want to add my Steam Facebook, do I have that added? I don't really care about Facebook, but I'm going to add it anyway. Bam. Have all of our social media set up here. Now, this is a really important part. All of this so far that I have been showing is for Twitch streamers. If you're a Twitch streamer, this is what you need. But if you're a YouTube streamer, you need to come down here to platform and switch it over to YouTube, which changes settings in the site and focuses on your YouTube site. The cool thing is this is not a permanent switcher or anything like that. If you are, for example, streaming one event on Twitch, or like you alternate days for Twitch and YouTube, you can actually come in here. Now you're going to have to remember this, but you can come in here every day pretty much and switch between Twitch and YouTube and change it up so that you are always featuring your most relevant stream. And they have said that they are hoping to expand this to other platforms in the future. Obviously, Twitch and YouTube are the biggest ones at the moment and what they are focusing on. But it is pretty cool that you can do that. And if you don't have both accounts linked to your Streamlabs account, you can click this Manage Accounts here and link up your Mixer and Facebook and whatever. So I think that's pretty handy and important to integrate here. So just a couple of housekeeping notes as well. As you're scrolling through your little feed here, you can of course delete elements with the delete trash can icon here, or delete entire rows. You can change the height of the row by clicking that, and then you can make it bigger or smaller to feature, more or less of that specific object. You can come up here and edit your logo. I'm going to make it the VHS icon, and then edit your site title. Good to go. You've got your social media icons, and then the different pages you create are of course up here as well. And always be sure you hit save and then publish anytime you make changes, and then we can preview the tablet view. I do wish it had the live Twitch embed while you did that, but it is pretty cool. And then if we load it back up here, we've got the new fave icon, we've got the site title, we've got my Patreon and Facebook added, and we can scroll through and see all the changes that we've made. And you will notice there's some missing sections here. A really cool thing that I appreciate is that this layout manager keeps, I'm so sorry there's a lawnmower going in the background all of a sudden every time I start to record. You will notice that there are different little section buttons for you to keep adding and managing multiple sections, and this makes it really handy every time you want to come back that you don't have to fumble with trying to figure out how to make that work. But these buttons and any empty sections are automatically hidden so that when a viewer is viewing a website, they're not viewing empty filler stuff. It'll just not show it until you actually utilize a section, which means you can, kind of plan layouts but not fully execute them just yet, and makes it easier for keeping your site looking professional even if it's incomplete, which is kind of nice. Trying to wait out the lawnmower for a second here. I'm actually going to finally get all this hair cut off soon. I know y'all have left quite the colorful amount of comments on it. Finally getting a lot of this cut off. There will still be some pink showing, but this is a mess. So I need to finish up this video before I go. They're literally riding past my window now. I just looked the lawnmower guy in the eyes. That was uncomfortable. So under the content section on the sidebar, we have just been editing the homepage because I think that's how most people are going to use it, as a dedicated landing page that they send and has your stuff embedded, and that's all people need to worry about. But you can manage multiple pages. You have your homepage, and then I also have an about page set up here. And then you can sit here and you can continue adding extra pages or external links. So for example, for external links, I can say YouTube, add my YouTube link in line with the pages, and then you can change the order that they are shown as well. And of course, if you have the social media icons on the left side of the header, you don't need to add dedicated links over here. But if you have another web page entirely that's not social media and it doesn't have the fancy icons for, you can add them here. And then you can also add dedicated pages. And so we'll call this FAQ for my FAQ, frequently asked questions. And you can hide individual pages from the navigation bar if you're still working on them and don't want them public yet, or you just don't want them public at all and just want to only link people specifically. And then you can also set extra pages as your home page if you just make something new from scratch and want to get rid of the other ones, and you can delete them. And like I said, you can change the order here. So I'm going to delete the YouTube link because I don't need it. Close this out. Now I have my FAQ page and my about page that I can manage. You got your about page. You have all these different options you can add to it as always. So I can add a leaderboard here if I wanted to. Actually, I guess I need to make a section first. Oh, no, the leaderboard already added. There we go. And I can change height of that. I don't need it to be so tall. So I can just shrink that bad boy really up because my leaderboard is super tiny because I don't stream very much. But that is changing soon. Fridays after DreamHack, I will be streaming around 5 or 7 p.m. Eastern time. Gonna be pretty cool. All right, so there. Now we have a little, and then you can add text boxes. You can add a contact form so people can send you emails. You've got the tip pages, you know, all the normal stuff you have on a website, you can add to the different pages. And then you have them linked at the top. So we've got home, FAQ, about, and then it has direct links for your feed, your donation page, and your merch pages, assuming you have those set up. So we'll go to FAQ here. Actually, I need to manage FAQ over here. I clearly have nothing. So I'm going to set up a dual wide FAQ layout, and we are going to have 2 sets of text fields. And these are markdown oriented, but there's also, you know, typical format. Like if you copy formatting, it should theoretically maintain some of it, but you have that there. Pretty nice. Oh yeah, it won't let you save the contact form in a page unless you actually add an email for the contact form to go to, because otherwise, how are they going to contact you? So edit the settings for the contact form, you can change the title, and you need it to send to an email. So adam@eposvox.tv. It would be cool if you could automatically have it just, like say, just use site email or whatever, but that's pretty cool. So save. All right, now we're good. Publish. And then if we go to it, we can review our changes. We have the FAQ page. We've got the about page with our contact form, our feed. There's our test post we made, and our tweets. And of course, you may not want your tweets in there, but that is an option available to you. I think it's pretty cool. There are some other options I will be showcasing in the future. There's actually a lot of streaming tools I'm pretty stoked to showcase soon, but I wanted to get this out here since it's just about to launch and people like seeing, you know, the newest stuff that comes out and see how it works. And I wanted to provide an educational video showing you how to use it and get set up. This has been mostly an overview, although I've tried to cover as much as I can. If you want to see any more like advanced tips and tricks or more details for it, do let me know in the comment section down below. If you want me to shoot a rocket launcher at my lawnmower person, obviously a Nerf one, also let me know in the comments below. I don't know why they only show up when I'm recording. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe for more tech education. I'll see you in the next one.